This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It sure is great being here with you, helping you learn to play the guitar. This is lesson 27 in this mini course on fingerpicking. So we're really getting quite into it, almost winding down actually with this mini course. In this lesson, we're going to build on what we've done in the last couple lessons. And we're going to, instead of just working on thumb independence, we're actually going to move our whole hand. So let's go ahead and jump in. The pattern is just thumb, index, middle. And you're thinking, we've seen that before, which we have. So we've done thumb, index, middle. We did it a couple lessons ago. But what's going to happen in this lesson is instead of keeping index and middle stationary as we have been, meaning instead of just having index pluck the second string and middle just pluck the top string, we're actually going to have it change what strings are being plucked each one of these groups of three. So when we go thumb, index, middle, we're going to pluck a certain set of strings. Then on the next one, we're going to pluck a different set of strings. Next one, we're going to pluck a different set of strings. And on the last one, we're going to pluck a different set of strings. So this is going to be great. You might be thinking, whoa! So I've written up here at the top, for chords where we have the root on the 5th string or the 6th string, then we're going to pluck the bass note, whether it's on the 5th string or the 6th string will depend on the chord. For example, with A minor, it's going to be on the 5th string, but with E minor, it would be on the 6th string. So that's why it's written bass, but it's going to be the bass note of the chord, whether it's the 5th string or the 6th string. Then we're going to pluck strings 4 and 3. So index will pluck with the 4th string, and middle will pluck the 3rd string. So looking at like an E chord, my thumb would pluck the 6th string, and then my index will pluck the 4th, and my middle will pluck the 3rd. So just practice that a couple times. And for an A minor chord, which is another chord that we're going to play, the thumb plucks the bass note on the 5th string instead, so it's going to be 5, 4, 3. So 5 with the thumb, index plucks 4, middle plucks 3. So that's easy, no problem there. So for the second group, then everything moves up. Our thumb is going to, if we go back to the E, it doesn't matter what chord we're playing as long as the root was on the 5th or the 6th string. We have to change things when the root is on the 4th string, or we're just playing the top 4 strings or a chord that's on the top 4 strings. So those are going to be different. We'll talk about that in a minute, like for D minor. But for A minor, for example, we had the initial one, which has the root, 4th string, 3rd string. Then everything's going to go one string higher. We're going to go 4th with the thumb, 3rd with the index, 2nd is going to be plucked with the middle. So 4, 3, 2 with thumb, index, middle. Then for the 3rd beat, we're going to move our hand again and pluck 3, 2, 1, thumb, index, middle. So we have thumb, index, middle. And then we're going to go backwards by 1. So we go back to 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. So in doing A minor, I go 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, and it just can continue. You just want to get comfortable doing that. Comfortable, you can speed it up. It's important to keep that right hand relaxed. Just going to find each one of those strings. So that's A minor. For E, the only difference is that we start out with a bass pluck on the 6th string, and then 4, 3 with index, middle, then we're 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, same. So for E, basically the same, but we do have that initial skip where we're thumb, 4th string, 3rd string, and that thumb is on the 6th string, so we're skipping over the 5th string. It shouldn't really be all that difficult. So what do we do then for the chords that are on the top 4 strings? Well, we've got this one right here, D minor, and that's going to be our example. And I've got it written underneath. We're going to go strings 4, 3, 2, then 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3. So that's going to be, we start with that bass, and we got strings 4, 3, 2, then we move up to 3, 2, 1, then we go back to 4, 3, 2, and we go 5, 4, 3. So now, if we were on a 4-string chord that didn't have the open 4th string, so instead of D, D minor, D7, if we had like the F, when we do this one, we have to make sure when we come down to strings 5, 4, 3, that we actually would have the 5th string, we would need that ring finger to move down to the 5th string from 3rd fret to 3rd fret. But we're still going to need, as you come back, that root to be on that 4th string. So with that one, if you're going to do it, you might as well just put on the full 6th string form, that full bar chord form, and do the movement from there. Or you could just do the same one as if it was 6 strings up here that we were doing with the other chords. But this is really working, this sort of thing that I've got written here works great for the D chords, D, D minor, D7, where we can move just like so. Okay, let's try plugging it into the chord progression then. So we've got A minor to D minor, A minor to E, A minor to D minor, E to A minor. We'll do 2 measures per chord. That'll give us 2 times on each chord to make it through the whole pattern. 1 and a 2 and a ready and a go and a... Okay, let's do it this time with 1 measure per chord. So, 1 time through the pattern per chord. 1 and a 2 and a ready and a go and a... that. Now, as I mentioned in previous lessons, we can do variations of this. One of the things that we can do is practice with other fingers. So instead of practicing with index and middle, we could actually do middle and ring or index and ring. So PIA or PMA would be some other ways to work the other fingers if you didn't just want to do it with index and middle. But it sounds great. Index and middle works just fine. And of course, we can do 6/8 time, as I mentioned earlier. So if we take off the second half, we could just go PIM, and that would give us 6/8. Or for 6/8, and this would also work for 2/4, you could do the odd measures 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on, using this half, and then measures 2, 4, 6, and 8, so the even measures using the other half. And that's probably what I would do. Gets kind of a variation. And then when you have chords that change more often than one measure, of course, it changes up how you're going to do the pattern. So if that was the case, like if we had 2 chords per bar here, I could do the first chord on the first half and the second chord on the second half, but it's probably not going to jive quite how we might like, depending on where we're going from chord to chord. But it does work, so you kind of have to decide on the song that you're working on. Now, for 3/4 time, it gets interesting because we have 4 beats. And the easiest is just to drop off the last beat. So we'd have, and then new chord, because that makes the most sense. So you just drop off that last one and you'd have a pattern for 9/8 or 3/4. So, okay, so that wraps us up for this lesson. I hope you're having lots of fun playing the guitar, getting these different patterns down. In the next lesson, we're going to continue to work on this same sort of thing, but we're going to do a slightly different pattern than the PIM. So we'll actually do PMI. So it's going to be great. We'll see you then. Take care. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.